Thanks, Dale. So it's my privilege to introduce Becky and share a few thoughts about why I believe she's worthy for this award. Dale mentioned earlier about bringing background, experiences, and credentials to a board. And not only does Becky have an undergraduate degree from St. Catherine's, but she does have an MBA from Harvard. So I don't think you have to be an MBA from Harvard to be a successful director, but apparently it doesn't hurt. In addition to her education background, if you know anything about Robinson, we are a distributed network of transportation and supply chain services. Becky's work background includes Cargill, Pillsbury, American Express, and now the CEO of the YWCA. So if you think about the businesses that she's been involved in, her background matches up unbelievably with ours, which is a great fit for our board. And I've had the chance to go down and visit her and have lunch with her at the YWCA, and I thought I had a tough job. If you ever want to know what real hard work is, I think you should go visit her there, because in addition to all the same challenges that you have, just the managing that culture is something I really respect. So Becky brings a tremendous background of education and experiences to our board, which is one of the criteria that was front and center in terms of what it takes to be an outstanding director. When you go beyond that and think about like being engaged and working hard, Becky's on the two most demanding committees. So she's been on the audit committee and compensation committee the whole 8 years that she's been a part of our board. It takes a lot of time, and she digs in and makes all of the meetings. When you think about going above and beyond, we have these 225 offices around the world, and we always encourage our directors to go visit them and have as much hands-on experience as you can to really learn the business and understand the strategic challenges like Dale talked about. Becky has done a significant amount of those, including going out of her way on a European trip to visit our offices over there, and really spending a lot of time to make sure that she's engaged and connected with the business, which is really important. Another example of kind of what she does for us by going above and beyond, and this is something that she's uniquely qualified for on our board, is that we have a leadership development program for some of the high-performing women in our organization to spend time to learn more about what will make them successful in their career. We've been doing it for the last 5 years, and Becky has not missed a single session to come out and talk to some of the female leaders in our company about her journey and what's made it good, and being a mentor for them, and talking about all the things that you can do to be successful in a corporate environment, to just be a living example of some of the things that we're aspiring to. So she's literally helped us improve our diversity, not only in the boardroom, but throughout the company, by really going above and beyond and participating in every one of those management sessions. So she brings great background and experience. She does a lot for us in terms of hard work and going above and beyond. And then the last thing I would say is that, for those of you who are on boards, and I had the opportunity to be on another one of the things that you realize, when I thought about, hey, what makes a really good director on our board, is that it's a team sport. When you think about what makes a board good, there's a lot of behaviors and attributes that are good things, but if everybody on the board's the same way, it's great to challenge management, but if everybody challenges management, that's not always the best environment. It's a combination of things. And I think our board is a great board. I think it's a great team. Several of them are here tonight, and I appreciate that. But I would say the number one criteria in my book is, do you make the team better? And do you have the instincts to know when to support and when to challenge? And do you have the instincts to kind of adapt to the environment and make the team better? And I think Becky does that for our board. So she brings great background. She works very hard. And she's a great member of a successful team and makes the team better. So thank you, Becky. Congratulations, and please join me in congratulating her on this award.
Well, I'm glad John broke to you that I went to Harvard Business School. I was wondering how to do that. But this is just wonderful recognition, and to be honored the same night with the other people that you have, especially Mary. We've known each other for so many years. Is just an honor, and I'm very proud to accept for my role on C.H. Robinson, and John, I don't know the leader I admire more, so thank you for all those kind words. I'm equally proud currently of being a director of Allina Health, and the CEO and President, Ken Paulus, couldn't be here, but Chris Morrison, our board chair, is here from Allina Health. I also currently serve on the Charles and Eleanor Ellis Foundation, whose board chair is Dr. Anita Pampush. And Anita, thank you very much for being here. And then also I'm on the YWCA board, and our board chair, Pam Stugar-Axford, is here. So I'm really happy that you're all able to be here. Elfrida Gibson, who's the American tennis player, said, "No matter what accomplishments you make, someone helped you." No matter what accomplishments you make, someone helped you. And a lot of people helped me. I think that's been a theme that you've heard here tonight. My break into board service was when my alma mater, St. Catherine University, asked me in 1983 to serve on their board. I had just graduated from Harvard Business School, so maybe that was my way, and I'm not sure. It served me well. But I was 29 years old. I had never served on a board, any board at all, and St. Catherine's asked me to serve on that board. I watched, I learned, I had great teachers. One name's been mentioned several times tonight. Chuck Denny was a great mentor to Mary Brainerd, a great mentor to me, a great mentor to Margie Matheson Hans, who's here. And there might be other women here that I say Chuck Denny has the biggest harem in this city, and I am proud to be in the era of Chuck Denny. He's just been an outstanding mentor, an outstanding teacher. I served on that board for 12 years and 2 years as board chair. This exposure led to many other nonprofit board roles, including chairing the Blake School Board and the Children's Theater Company. In 2004, I was recruited to the C.H. Robinson Board, which was my very first corporate board role, and people have helped me learn there. I don't have an audit background, but I have great teachers on the audit committee, and I love to learn what makes a good member of an audit committee. I watched, I learned, and someone helped me. I just returned Sunday from my 33 union at Harvard Business School, and someone helped me and encouraged me to get there too. I fought it for a long time, but I finally applied and was accepted into Harvard Business School. And I received and helped and gave help to all my classmates. And I was reminded of a story that I had actually forgotten, but friends reminded, and I was there. If you know anything, you've heard enough about Harvard Business School, I'll tell you one thing more is freshman year, your first year, you're in a class of about 80 to 85 people, and you're all in one room, and the teachers rotate, you are together. So you are with those 80 people the entire first year, so you really get to know them. And it kind of turns out that Joe, I don't know if this is true for you, but where you sit down is kind of where you sit the whole year. I think kind of you try to bloom where you're planted, and you just kind of stay there. And I wasn't blessed with great vision, so I sit in the front row not only to behave, but to see what is written on the boards in front of me. And I sat down, and then two men came, and one sat on either side of me. Osamu Hida from Japan came about right here. He was on my left, and Takashi Takamoto sat on this side. I think they actually wanted to sit together, had staked it out, and I had sat down in kind of the wrong place. But they were Japanese. They didn't say anything, and they sat, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. I've never even met anyone from Japan, but that was really sad. That turned out to be all of our guardian angels were with us that night because they both had learned English. But can you imagine, they had been in intensive English school for the summer and then walk into a Harvard Business School classroom? It must have been terrifying. So I thought, wow, I can really help them, right? I can explain when somebody in class said, well, we got to tell the manager to buck up. What does buck up mean in Japanese? And I thought, oh, I'm here to help. Well, guess what? It took about 3 days till finance started. I'd never had a finance class, and somebody started talking about present value and net present value. I was clueless. I think an HP 80 was $160. I went to the bookstore, I bought an HP 80 or whatever it was, and a book on how to use it, and sat down. Guess what? They were bakers. And I sat between them. I edited their papers. I explained what was going on in class. I could do present value as well as anyone. They showed me how to use my HP 80. And it was a wonderful relationship. They helped me, I helped them. That's what this is all about. My parents helped me. They helped me by never saying what I couldn't do. My husband's parents are here, Norman and Jean Roloff. They helped Mark and me by all the time they spent with our children so that I could do the work I was doing and serve on the profit and for-profit boards that I did. And then my baby brother, Melvin Koenig, is here, and his role is to keep me humble and laughing. And our other brother is on an airplane back from Russia, or he would have been here too. Here's my point of going through this. When you have a chance to help someone, to give someone access to a board of directors, profit or nonprofit, who may not have the natural chance because of their background, because of their age, because of their gender, or because of their race, slow down a moment and just think. Think of who helped you. Think of who translated for you when you didn't get the words, the acronyms, the industry that you're in. Be sure you're including or excluding people in your decision making based on legitimate reason and fact, not on what you're comfortable with or uncomfortable with. Because I think that's how we build more exclusive, or inclusive, and stronger organizations. For those of us on boards, let's remember what Sandra Day O'Connor said when she was voted into the Supreme Court. She said this: "My hope is that 10 years from now, after I've been across the street working for a while, they will all be glad that they gave me that wonderful vote." I'm grateful that 29 years ago, a nominating committee and a board of directors voted yes for me. I'm glad they did. I hope all the boards that I've served on and will serve on will be glad that they voted for me too. And I'm glad that all the judges voted for me. This is just a wonderful honor and a chance to be with you tonight. I work to provide others that same opportunity to grow, to learn, to contribute, to be able in all the ways that we've heard about from all the previous honorees and the people who nominated them, that we can all make it better, because I think that's what makes our business better, our economy better, our communities better. It's all together, everyone doing their part. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for this honor. I think we all have a role to play, and you have just given us all a wonderful chance to share that tonight, and I thank you very much.